We have Tim Jones, marketing manager at Rothman Institute, with us, and he is going to talk about analytics. It's very interesting to talk about analytics because it's a hot word out there. Everybody talks about it, but not many people know what to do about it. So Tim, practices and preaches this part of analytics in his work as a marketing manager, and you might not understand why Rothman Institute needs analytics or why a marketing manager might use analytics, but he's going to kind of answer all those questions and tell you what to do at your internship when analytics are involved.
Yeah. So, one of the interesting things about analytics is I feel like it kind of came about during the Moneyball era,
Yep.
and, people were talking about it that way, and then it kind of made its way into the business world. And it really kind of focuses on, return on investment and calculating that. It's kind of what people think of initially. But I think one of the most important things is just being analytical. So in your internship, just taking information and not necessarily sitting there and saying, all right, well, it's not numbers necessarily. It's also just information that you can kind of look at, develop a certain method of analyzing it, and then say, all right, here are the conclusions that I'm drawing. Because in reality, that's what you're going to be doing in the workforce every day, every project that you're working on. Everything kind of has to do with analytics, and it's kind of it's not all the Moneyball side of things and the ROI. It's the processing of information and developing conclusions that are logical and sound. So, a lot of times in an internship, you don't have a lot of guidance. You're just given a lot of different projects to work on, and you kind of have to run with it. So, the importance there is being able to take that information and diligently look through it and come up with some good ideas and, present whatever you find and whatever you think about in a good way. And that'll really set you apart, I think, in your internship.
Yeah, so talk about as a marketing manager. Yes, you do work in sport partnerships and everything in between, but for a marketer, for a business savvy person, what data, what analytics are you finding, and what are you doing with it?
Yeah, so I do a little bit with the website and social media here, just overseeing the strategy for that. So a lot of it is with social media and taking a look at, the reach of posts and, and analyzing, all right, is posting in the afternoon better? Are we seeing better results? Is it this type of content that's better? Just different things like that, and trying to analyze, all right, what's our goal here? Getting people back to our website, liking our page, and just seeing all of that information and trying to draw conclusions that can kind of be a course correction for strategies going forward.
Sure. So the other word I brought up was data, right? Mm-hmm. So there's tons of data. How can you, as an intern or a student working, kind of find your own data and mine through that? You mentioned social media, but there's other data points there, and how are you using them, and how can interns possibly use them?
Yeah, that's tough. There, because certain organizations that you're going to go to, they might be a little guarded with the
Right.
with the information that they're willing to give you. So it's really going to depend on what they're open to giving you access to. I think social media and the website are probably the easiest ones because they're the ones that are just easily quantifiable, and you can really kind of just look at it from the back end and see things a little easier. For us too, it's just from the healthcare side of things, it's new patient data. That's a big piece for us. So, I've given interns in the past, I've said, hey, here's our Google Analytics password. Why don't you go on here and I want you to analyze the trends? And, a lot of times they'll come back and be like, oh, I have no idea. And, and hey, that's fine. But if you really want to try to set yourself apart, it's taking that and spending time on it, not necessarily saying, all right, I'm going to spend an hour on it and give up, or, work on it for a week and see what you can come up with. That's a good way to kind of set yourself apart.
Sure. So analytics as a whole, right? Whether you're a student or an intern or seasoned professional, what is something that they can just approach analytics the right way? And maybe there isn't a correct answer, but back when you were in school, there might not have been an analytics degree. Now there's more common that there are. So I'm just wondering, kind of, what's the approach to analytics to kind of make yourself stand out?
Yeah. I actually took a couple classes that were business strategies, and